Did you know that fiddly figs actually produce figs, but can you eat them? Let's find out. We've grown a lot of fiddly fig in our greenhouse, including some that are quite large. But we've only ever had one tree that actually produced fruit, and it's this one. In fact, it does it a lot. It's got 3 clusters of fruit on it right now. So 1, 2, and 3. This particular tree is also kind of ugly compared to the other fiddly figs that we have in our greenhouse. I think it has spent a lot of its energy making these fruit instead of making the big, beautiful leaves that you normally see with fiddly figs. Now, because this plant has fruit on it, that means that it's actually a female plant. Now, I'm going to take one of these off of here because I am dying to see how this actually tastes. Is it ripe? I don't know, but it's starting to turn brown, so to me, that means it's probably ripe. Now, because fiddly figs are grown for their beautiful foliage more so than the fruit, odds are that most of the fiddly figs that are in production in the world are probably male plants because they're going to prioritize plants that have pretty foliage. And on top of that, you would have to have both a male and female plant in your house and have them bloom at the same time in order to have a chance at pollinating the flowers to get them to fruit. Now, from what I've read, this may not be the most pleasant experience. These are non-toxic, but they supposedly don't taste good. And in fact, they may give you a mouth-drying sensation. However, when I broke this off, some sap started coming out of it, and the sap smells just like sweetbread. So my hopes are sky high again. So let's do this, finally. How should I do this so you can see it? Oh, whoa. Oh yeah. Oh boy, that does not look appealing. Quite hard. Okay, I'm not sure what I was expecting, but it wasn't this. So it actually has somewhat of a void space in the middle, and then you see what looks like little seeds that are on little fibrous pieces. I'm not sure what you're supposed to eat, so I'm just kind of gonna go to town on it. All right, here goes nothing. Oh, 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 it's so bitter. And my mouth, I can't do it. I can't swallow it. Oh, it feels like it's puckering my mouth up. Oh, it's actually, oh, terrible. I do not recommend that. It feels like my teeth are sticking to my lips because it's puckered everything up so much. Am I gonna die? I still have pieces in my mouth, but they like dried up all my saliva, and so I couldn't get those little bits out of my mouth because there was nothing to carry them out of my mouth. Don't recommend. Thank you. Better. I don't ever want to eat that again. But if there's anything redeemable about this is that at least I tried it, right? And then also, those do look like seeds in there, so maybe we could actually grow some fiddly fig from seed. It's worth a try. So I messed up a little bit. What I just ate wasn't actually the fruit. So something wasn't sitting right with me whenever we were making this video, and then afterward, I had to do some more research because it turns out my facts were a little bit off. So if that wasn't the fruit, what did I eat? Well, it's actually called a syconium, as it turns out. A syconium is a form of a fig or a fruit, but that hasn't yet gotten pollinated. So it's not exactly a fruit, but it's actually not a fruit either because it's not exactly a flower. It's more of a vessel that can hold male and female flowers inside of it. And then it's supposed to have a little wasp go in there and pollinate it. But since we're not in Africa and that wasp doesn't live here, that couldn't happen. So in reality, what I just ate was an immature fruiting body. And so I'm not really giving the fruit that has actually been pollinated and ripened a fair shake because it actually probably tastes a lot better than what I just ate. And that's my mistake for not getting my research right. But in my defense, there's not a lot of actual good information out there on the internet about the fruit of these plants because it's so uncommon, because it doesn't happen in North America. Oh, and those seeds that I pointed out in the video actually aren't viable seeds. They are going to be the immature or unpollinated, either male or female parts of the flower, so we can't plant them from seed either. Anyway, I just had to correct the record, and don't eat a fiddle leaf fig syconium. It tastes terrible.